The teenager who scammed $1 billion. This is the story of Sam Bankman-Fried, a man who went from being seen as a teenage financial prodigy to the central figure in one of the biggest financial scandals of the modern era. At his peak, he was worth tens of billions of dollars. He was praised as a genius, a visionary, the future of finance. But according to prosecutors behind the scenes, something very different was happening. And when it all collapsed, more than $1 billion was gone. Sam Bankman-Fried was born into an academic family and quickly developed a reputation for being exceptionally intelligent. From a young age, he showed strong skills in math and problem solving, eventually attending the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology. After graduating, he entered the world of finance, working at a quantitative trading firm. It was there that he began to understand how markets worked and how inefficiencies could be exploited. Then came cryptocurrency. In the late 2010s, crypto was booming. Prices were volatile, regulation was minimal, and opportunities were everywhere. Sam saw a chance not just to trade crypto, but to build the infrastructure around it. In 2019, he founded a cryptocurrency exchange called FTX. The pitch was simple: a fast, professional, and trustworthy platform for crypto trading. And people believed him. FTX grew at an astonishing pace. Major venture capital firms invested, celebrities promoted the brand, politicians and regulators met with Sam personally. To the public, he looked like the rare billionaire who didn't care about money. He wore casual clothes, lived simply, and spoke about donating his wealth to charity. Trust grew, and billions of dollars flowed into FTX. Millions of users deposited their money onto the platform, believing it was safe. They assumed their funds were being held securely, just like in a traditional financial institution. But according to prosecutors, that trust was misplaced. Authorities later alleged that customer funds were secretly moved from FTX to a connected trading firm called Alameda Research, which was also controlled by Sam Bankman-Fried. Those funds, prosecutors say, were used to cover risky trades, massive losses, and expenses that customers never agreed to. For a long time, no one noticed. FTX appeared stable. Withdrawals worked. Confidence remained high. As long as new money kept coming in, the system held together. But behind the scenes, investigators say the financial situation was far worse than anyone realized. The collapse began when reports surfaced questioning FTX's finances and its relationship with Alameda Research. Suddenly, trust disappeared. Users rushed to withdraw their money, and FTX didn't have it. Within days, the empire collapsed. FTX filed for bankruptcy. Billions in customer funds were missing. Crypto markets plunged. People around the world discovered that their savings, in some cases their life savings, were gone. Authorities across multiple countries launched investigations. What they uncovered, prosecutors allege, was a pattern of deception, mismanagement, and misuse of customer funds on an enormous scale. Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested, extradited to the United States, and charged with multiple crimes including fraud and conspiracy. In court, prosecutors argued that this wasn't just a business failure. They said it was a deliberate scheme. A scheme where customer money was treated like a personal credit line. A scheme that allowed one of the youngest billionaires in history to rise and fall faster than almost anyone before him. Sam Bankman-Fried was eventually convicted and sentenced to decades in prison. His net worth went from tens of billions to zero. His reputation collapsed completely. And FTX became a symbol of everything that could go wrong in an unregulated financial system. The scandal reshaped the crypto industry. Governments moved to introduce stricter rules. Investors became more cautious. Trust evaporated overnight. And the idea that crypto leaders were different, more honest, more transparent, was shattered. What makes this story especially chilling is how believable it all seemed. The math checked out. The branding was professional. The promises sounded reasonable. And yet, according to prosecutors, it was all built on a foundation of lies. This wasn't a hacker breaking into systems. It wasn't a shadowy criminal hiding in the dark. It was a young man in plain sight, speaking at conferences, meeting world leaders, and presenting himself as the safest pair of hands in crypto. Today, the fallout continues. Legal battles are ongoing. Victims are still waiting to recover funds, and the full impact of the collapse is still being measured. This was the story of the teenager who scammed over $1 billion. A story about trust, about power, and about how quickly success can turn into disaster. And the biggest question of all remains, could something like this happen again?